Wow, it already found its place. That's interesting. Hey guys, ignore the mess. I'm in the process of moving into my home. Oh, well that sucks. There goes my boundary. This is the HTC Vive Cosmos, my review in 2024. Just turn on these sick controllers. They light up. Um, look at how they jitter while I'm holding them perfectly still. That's about what it's like to have this headset. It's a great headset, actually, aside from the microphone quality and the tracking. Other than those two things, it's actually really good. If you look here, you have three triggers on each controller. Controllers might be big, but they're actually really fucking comfortable. Super comfortable. And I have tiny hands, bro. My hands are itty bitty. So I like it. This is what it looks like if you don't have Steam VR open. So let me open that and I'll start showing you guys a few games and how it works. The camera sensors can't detect enough visual detail. There's the first thing I hate. Basically, here's the hard limits of the tracking. You cannot do this, not for an extended amount of time at least. It's deciding to work really well today. You do this. What the fuck? It's working great. Yeah, here's how this headset surprises me. It actually tracks sometimes. There you go. There it goes. Usually it's a lot more finicky than that. You also cannot play in a dark room. That dark area over there is just enough to mess with my tracking a little bit. On top of that, the cameras are placed like this. One going that way, one going that way, one that way, one that way. And then there's one on the top and bottom. Um, they're placed stupidly. So it goes like that. It doesn't go straight up. It goes like that. And then this one goes like that. So basically holding your hands like this or like this while looking straight, it doesn't know where your controllers are at all. And it's the same deal if you put them up here. So there's that. A lot of times you're gonna put on the headset and it's gonna tell you to look around your room. So you gotta like do this. Just look all around and let it take in all the details of your room. Having all this shit all about, since I need to like move in a little bit more and I don't have room in like there and stuff because all of that actually helps the tracking. Because if you had a plain clean room with just the cleanest walls, it wouldn't be able to tell where it is because everything looks the same. So yeah, that's a problem. You can see the pass-through's color, but it's very fuzzy. And that leads me to believe that every single one of the cameras on this headset is a color camera. And if that's the case, that freaking keyboard could be causing me some interference, right? But, it's whatever. Try not to have white lights like that. Have, like, cream lights so it can see the difference, kind of. Um, Here's what the controllers look like whenever I hold them completely still. The headset seems to keep itself pretty still. Like, you don't notice the headset doing a lot of movement like this or anything. It seems to be perfectly fine with that. But your controllers aren't going to be perfect, so I realized that having your controllers like this close, is not good. If you want things to be completely still and accurate, you hold it way out here. If you hold your controllers way out in front of it, you can draw really well, actually. I find holding your controllers way out. Oh, thanks for doing that. Great, great. It's just spiting me now. But I find that if you hold your controllers a certain length away from your headset and you start writing, it's better than if you were to try to write with a Quest. But generally, your tracking experience is going to be worse than if you were using a Quest 1, which probably has the worst inside out tracking of any headset other than this one. Because it's slow, there is a little bit more of a delay on the Quest 1 though than this, so it's fine. The controllers are comfortable, they have good ergonomics, and even though the rings are big and stupid, I find the lights to be pretty cool, but that's just personal preference. I just think that's really cool. I'm going to show you a few things. Ignore that. I've been playing that game a little bit. I am banned from Gorilla Tag for toxicity, despite not talking very much whenever I play that game. So that's okay. I'm going to show you Blade and Sorcery, which seems to be a great experience, VR Chat, which seems to be a meh experience, and Gorilla Tag, which is a bad experience. We'll start with Blade and Sorcery. The headset screens are actually really good. I will tell you that much. Um, it has very, very good blacks, and the headset's also super comfortable. And this is coming from a guy with an overly like big fucking head, so there's that. I think it's a great headset, honestly, for ergonomics and comfort. However, you gotta kind of fiddle with it for a bit. Like on your first day, you're gonna think it's uncomfortable. You just gotta adjust it, see how the Halo strap like contours kind of goes around your head just right. But honestly, I don't see pixels right now. Everything looks so sharp. It doesn't look blue out here. It looks black. There goes my tracking. That seems to be a problem with this game specifically. This game just loves to fucking die. Oh, it's letting me use my freaking mouse. That's not right at all. Hmm. Blame the game, I guess, right now, because that's not normal behavior at all. What the fuck? Yeah, see, look, this okay. So the Steam menu opens up just fine. The game decided to bug out. When did this become a when did this become a desktop game? Bro, looks like I will be doing VR chat and Gorilla Tag, and that is it. Because they broke the game with the new update. Alright then. Let me know if you guys have been having this issue with your headsets. Alright, this is Gorilla Tag. Um, yep, 2 week ban. Cool. Thanks, my man. So kids can call me the N-word with the hard R, but I get banned. Makes sense. This game runs like garbage on this headset, and it's even a little bit laggy too. I don't really know why. You probably can't see it, but it just has a lot of stutter. Here's the issue. Holding my controllers this close causes that. So basically, this is the amount of movement you have before your controllers start to not be able to track well. So I have to move like this, and it's very uncomfortable movement, very weird. But yeah, that's basically how this works. The bindings work though. You can make gestures and stuff, so that's pretty cool. But you gotta hold your arms like far out. This game just sucks to play on this headset, honestly. Now I'll go to VR chat to kind of show you what that does. This is a good example of the blinds. This game provides like great examples of why the blind spots suck. It's only really like social games where you'd want to like, rest your. What in the world is up with my resolution? Let me fix that. Alright, so as you can see, I'm in the game right now. I have my gestures locked. Hold on. There we go. I'm in the game right now. You have to change your binding. I will say that. You want to go into your bindings and set your bindings to the Vive XR Elite bindings, and then it works perfectly fine, honestly. The gestures work. If you don't change your bindings, it thinks you have Vive ones, so it's like doing some weird shit whenever you do that. So basically, if you move your joystick forward and backwards without pushing down on the joystick, it starts to do gestures, and it's just weird. So it works all right. This headset also works great with full body tracking. I do find that with Slime VR, whenever you rotate, it it messes with like the calibration really bad. So you want to be like holding still mostly. With Haratora X, it's been fine, and I'm sure if you have Haratora X 1.1 or 1.1B, it'll be a lot better. However, here's where the problem arises. If I put my hands at my sides, look at how they're jittering around and stuff, because it can't really see what I'm doing. And it's even worse whenever I put them in my lap. They just start jiggling like that, just jittering. If I put them above my head, it now has no tracking, and it's just gonna like, there you go. That's the only problems I have with VR chat, as well as sometimes whenever I'm going through the menus, like It's like whenever you hold a Wii remote, right? You know, you're pointing a Wii remote at stuff and you can't quite accurately press things. That's what it feels like. But generally, VR chat's alright. Games like Beat Saber, games like Blade and Sorcery, Boneworks for the most part, they actually do great because you're gonna mostly be having your hands in front of your face. You don't want to move your hand way back like that because if you do that, you lose tracking clearly. So whenever you're doing Beat Saber, you'll mostly play like this, right? Because you don't want to move your hands around too much. But honestly, I think that this headset, which I bought for $200, barely used on eBay, I think that's a good price. And here's why I think that's a good price, even though it was super expensive before. The Quest 2 is terrible if you want to use it with a PC. If you want to use a Quest 2 with your PC, first you're going to have to get the right cable and hope the cable works right, which the Quest Link cable sucks dick. If you don't use the Quest Link cable, you have to use AirLink, which in most cases is going to be a terrible experience. When doing PCVR through the Quest, you have two major things that suck about it when compared to PCVR. Your resolution will never look crisp. It will never look crisp or like clear or anything. It's always going to have a bit of blurriness no matter what you do. I've tried my best. On top of that, most of the time your USB is not going to be able to put out enough power for, your headset to stay charged. But on top of that, your GPU, if you have an AMD GPU, you're royally fucked because that has to do a lot of encoding and stuff, and AMD is not great with that. On top of that, if you're using a standalone headset for VR chat, connected to your computer, for some reason, Easy Anti-Cheat on VRChat loses its shit and thinks you're running a client or something. So it starts to purposefully slow down your game, make things lag, and it is infinitely worse if you have an AMD GPU. Just trust me on this. Standalone headsets used for PCVR is much worse than using an actual PCVR headset. And I am waiting for the day that they become good, but they just aren't right now. So that is the only reason why I would ever recommend the Vive Cosmos standard is because it's the same price used as like a Quest 2. And if you have a computer and you just can't find a cheap PC VR headset and you don't want to go back to like the original Vive or the original Oculus Rift, get a Vive Cosmos. You're gonna have shitty tracking, but like you can also get the new faceplate and get base stations later on. You just decide, yo, this is pretty cool, and then you want to dump your money into it. Meanwhile, with the Quest 2, most people wear it and they don't wear it again. I'm gonna be completely real with you because it's so uncomfortable. And I will say, me personally, the IPD, it doesn't match me at all. It doesn't match me whatsoever. So no matter which setting I set it to, either setting 2 or setting 1, it is blurry. So it's this weird limbo where the entire VR market sucks. So I'm recommending bad headsets so that you don't get this other bad headset, right? It's just how it is. Uh, More tech savvy people, I think, would be able to appreciate the Vive Cosmos more because with the Quest, you also have the Oculus software. So if you have full body tracking, good luck, because you're gonna struggle to make Steam VR work with any Oculus or Meta headset. You're gonna struggle, especially if you have AMD. Like just AMD just does not like standalone headsets, not at all. Um, in direct comparison to what I would consider the competitors, the main competitor of the Vive Cosmos, the Rift S, much higher resolution, higher refresh rate, slightly better ergonomics. The mic doesn't shit itself, and it has adjustable IPD. However, the tracking is just abysmal. It's just you can almost make it look like it isn't bad. Like you'll get used to it after a while, most certainly, but you're gonna you're gonna desire base stations. But the trade-off is that you don't have to deal with Oculus software. You just straight up plug it in, get the Steam app, the Vive console for Vive Pro or whatever, and you just plug it in and it just works, right? That's what you get. And I think that's something that I value and I think other people will value as well. Everything you've heard today will either tell you to not get this headset or that this headset might be a consideration if you find it at a good price. Whatever. I just wanted to be able to get a video out because I'm running out of ideas and I'm busy lately, so I hope you liked the video. See you around. I make these videos and I just go straight from the top. I don't have a script or nothing. So yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye. Fucking subscribe, I guess.